You're back with the Joint Force on AFN, the Eagles serving America's best. Today we're joined by Colonel Pat Dagon, Commander for U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Europe District, as well as Mr. Bryce Jones, Area Engineer for Southern Europe. So we've been talking all about Engineer Week 2022, and now it's time to talk U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in Europe. So I'm wondering, what kind of jobs and positions do engineers have in the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers?
In the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, we not only have engineers, but we also have architects and environmental scientists, biologists, contract specialists, real estate specialists, accountants, and that's just to name a few. And then after gaining experience in any of these disciplines, our team can choose to apply this expertise in project and program management as well. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, we were established in June 16th of 1775, and have played a crucial role in the growth of our country, serving as designers and constructions of several significant landmarks throughout our country, the Washington Monument and the Pentagon, to name two, and then the Panama Canal just south in Central America, which is highlighted in The Path Between the Seas, a really great book about the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers building the Panama Canal. We've always provided these engineering solutions for the nation's toughest challenges.
That's amazing. Such variety you guys have. So can you talk a little bit more about the types of projects that the Corps of Engineers work on here in Europe and Africa?
So before I talk about the specific projects that the Corps of Engineers works on in Europe and throughout Africa, and it's important to know that the Corps of Engineers executes design, contracting, and construction for many different entities throughout Europe and Africa. And so that would include all the U.S. Army garrisons throughout Europe. We execute work for them. We also execute work for the various embassies throughout those different continents. So I know we've talked about my area office being responsible for about 2,800 miles. Colonel Dagon and the district is responsible for an extremely large area covering multiple continents, and that's the design, the construction, and the contracting of various types of projects. We also execute projects for various host nation armies, host nation air forces, navies, and also the U.S. Air Force and Army throughout those areas and those continents. So I know I worked in Europe District for about 15 years total across my career, and I've worked in 8 different countries. And from that experience, I've learned that the Corps of Engineers has an extremely diverse portfolio of projects that are continuously being designed, contracted, and constructed at any given time across those different continents. And some examples of projects that we continuously perform under the leadership of Colonel Dagon is military projects, for example, airfields, construction of new airfields and renovating airfields, massive multi-million-dollar fuel points to support the aircraft and their missions for training and also for real-world missions, hangar projects, many joint training ranges. So I know people that are listening to this, they're very familiar probably with Hohenfels and Grafenwehr. We've built similar training ranges throughout Southern Europe. Also the construction or renovation of administrative buildings to be able to provide like high quality, fully functioning space for all the different units to work in. Massive headquarters renovation projects like where USACE is situated. The Corps of Engineers built that facility, as well as CTAF AF down here in Italy built that headquarters and multiple other headquarters throughout those continents. And then barracks projects to make sure that our service members are housed with great space also. And then lastly, just for the community also, there's tons of non-military support projects that support the community. For example, roads, utility projects, parking lots, big housing program, hospitals, dental clinics, pool projects, renovations of PXs, etc., and then schools. So across that whole footprint, the Corps of Engineers is executing hundreds and hundreds of projects all concurrently every single year to be able to provide the facilities to be able to achieve the mission, and then also the support for the families. And then again, back to the partnership with the host nation and all of their needs and our joint coalition needs to be able to fight as one joint force.
Huge impact you guys have. Again, that was Colonel Pat Dagon, Commander for U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Europe District, as well as Mr. Bryce Jones, Area Engineer for Southern Europe. We have some more time with them coming up next. Keep it locked right here to the Joint Force on AFN the Eagles, serving America's best.